One of 2017's biggest success stories, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has soared to unprecedented, record-breaking heights. Currently sitting on a momentous concurrent player count of over 2 million on PC, the Battle Royale behemoth is now, somehow, on mobile. Thankfully, though we all had our doubts as to whether Tencent could cram the gargantuan map and various physics-based factors of gameplay onto a handheld, this new version is pound for pound exactly what they promised. Your first few matches will likely be spent learning the controls, sense of movement, how to survive in a firefight, and just where to head first. PUBG Mobile brilliantly adds bots so you can get some practice in, but know that there is a lot to get your head around in pursuit of that elusive chicken dinner. I'm Scott from WhatCulture.com, and this is PUBG Mobile 10 tips and tricks the game doesn't tell you. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to stay notified. Ding, ding, done. Number 10, the bush method still totally works. Though it's been in PUBG's PC and Xbox editions for months, it was assumed that with a general drop in visual quality, hiding yourself inside a bush wouldn't be possible in the mobile version. Not so. The game does have 3 texture modes, but even on the lowest, there are plenty of opportunities to disappear entirely inside some hefty wads of foliage. Providing you're already inside the zone, just sit tight and wait until someone comes close for a very easy kill. Number 9, unequip your weapon to run faster. Over time, you'll quickly realize that every tiny facet of what would be real-world rules actually applies to PUBG, aside from frying pans deflecting bullets, but we'll get to that later. One of the most useful is being able to sprint faster if you're not carrying anything else. Useful for making breakneck sprints between cover or needing to beat the enclosing death cloud, simply tap the weapon you've got equipped and you'll holster it immediately. Of course, you're more vulnerable now, but simply as a way to traverse the map on foot, there's no faster way. Number 8, remove your shoes to move quieter. In a moment of genuinely genius sound design, whatever you have equipped footwise will be reflected in the game's sound effects. You'll have to leap into the customization menu to put on some boots after the default barefoot has run its course, though leaving them off does have an in-game purpose: stealth. Leave your shoes off, and though it can be a little immersion breaking running around swamplands and fields without any footwear, indoors this actually makes you move quieter. Perfect for getting the drop on someone inside an Eastern Underground bunker or anywhere where playing the angles game is a must. Be sure to remove your shoes either in the pre-match lobby or the customization window if you fancy a different approach. Number 7, use the eye icon to look around without moving or revealing your position. PUBG Mobile has one of the most impressive control schemes in mobile gaming history. There's everything from toggling fire modes to flicking through downed opponents' inventories and, best of all, the free look option. Simply hold your finger on the eye on the top right and then drag to move the camera around you without your character moving an inch. Perfect for surveying your surroundings when hiding, lying prone or sprinting. I also totally recommend doing this when parachuting in to get an idea of where players are going to be landing around you. Number 6, use vehicles to cover huge distances fast, and as missiles. A basic element of gameplay, unlike Fortnite, you can drive vehicles wherever the hell you want in PUBG. Vans and larger four-wheelers are best for ramming other players, as is the buggy. But there are also bikes that can get you to safety whilst minimizing how much space you're taking up in an opponent's view. Be aware though that hopping out of a vehicle in motion will do damage and leaping out at high speed will kill you. That said, if a vehicle crashes when going fast enough, it'll explode into one giant mechanical ball of flames. Perfect for making an opening if a group of players are hunkered down behind some cover. Number 5, change seats in a car to avoid fire and heal. When approaching any car, you've got the option to drive immediately or just sit as a passenger. And though you might think that hanging in the passenger seat is a pointless thing to do while playing solo, tapping the bottom right grid icon actually means you can warp around the car, letting you evade fire and returning some of your own. Also note that you can heal while in the passenger seat too, and there's nothing more inviting than a seemingly empty car. Just hang in the back, preferably in shadow, and get the drop on whoever comes your way next. Number 4, wear darker clothing to stay hidden. Speaking of shadows, from ghillie suits to ragged t-shirts, in-game cover takes on a whole new level of utilization when it's paired with real-world mentalities. With no enemy outlines or hood markers, hiding amongst tall grass simply just works, as does shadows blending into similarly coloured parts of the environment and anything else you can think of. So once you unlock a darker shirt and jeans combo, use it to alter your path through the environment, going from shadow to shadow. It's the nearest thing to playing a class in PUBG, and evading some pursuers only to surprise them later on can be a lifesaver, not to mention it's funny as hell. Number 3, you can do a high damage flying punch. Surprisingly, basic punching can actually whittle down a health bar pretty quickly, though you should never bring a fist to a firefight. That said, the game's version of the Superman punch, done by sprinting, jumping and hitting attack in midair, does an even bigger chunk of damage and will finish off many wounded players as well as downed enemies. Something of a middle finger way of winning, there are few things as satisfying in life as claiming your chicken dinner with the help of a flying haymaker. Number 2, backpacks and damage reduction. You can just as easily nab a firearm and get to it, but spend more time exploring and you'll likely come across more clothing items and another backpack or two. Equipped to expand your inventory, backpack level 1 starts at 350 units of space, with level 2 increasing that to 400, and level 3 following with 450. The ladder is more than enough to hold a few players worth of gear, so always make a point of being prepared for what's to come. Items of clothing also contribute to damage reduction, and while full breakdowns of each item can be found online, know that the game's array of armor vests give between 30 to 50% damage reductions immediately, depending on being levels 1 to 3. And number 1, the bulletproof beauty of the frying pan. The result of testers accidentally giving the frying pan the same physical qualities as a wall, i.e. not being broken by gunfire, PUBG's kitchenware is bulletproof. As such, wielding a frying pan and swinging it at just the right time means you can literally swipe bullets out of the way as they come in. Better still, if you de-equip the pan, it'll sit on your back. Once again, auto-deflecting incoming fire without you having to do anything. Many hilarious kills have been performed with the humble PUBG frying pan, and mobile owners are in for a world of what the f*** from here on in. And that's our list. Let me know down in the comments if there are any other awesome tips and tricks for the mobile version of PUBG. I've been Scott from oculture.com. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon.
Oh, wasn't that something? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe below, and also the people who made this lovely video, they're appearing right here. But if you're thinking to yourself, I want to see more content, Jules, then why not look above my head, as there probably is some. I don't know. I can't see it. Until next time.